This is the rawest part of my life that I'm about to show you here. This is my vulnerable part. This is my nightlife as a final year student. Jesus Christ. Hi guys. This is Sunday night. I just that we have light. We have light and like if you've been here, you will know that I usually say it even on my other social media platform, that's especially Facebook. I usually say that Sunday is my busiest day in the week. So when I came back in the afternoon, I've been in the evening. Not even I have never come back from church in the afternoon. I came back in the evening. I was very weak because God, I don't know how to explain it. This is to 10 p.m. and I have a lot of things to do. My project, I was supposed to do something and I didn't do it because when I came back on last Saturday, I went out. I came back very much late. But these are my life. Oh my God. These are my lime fruit. I want to make affluence from it. I want to get affluent from it. I don't know how I'm going to do it because this is what I should have done. So that at least by tomorrow morning I'm supposed to submit it. I feel like this is already late because by tomorrow I'm supposed to be submitting it to the course lecturer so that he will just take down my name and so that I will also start with my practicals on carrying out the biochemical or biological oxygen demand. So but I will just try to squeeze it out now. After that, I don't think I'm going to be sleeping this night. After that, I'm going to my chapter 2. I've not done anything at all. I've not done anything. Thank God that there's light so that I can plug in my phone and walk while charging the phone. Okay. I just did. Oh boy, Jesus, this life is not easy. This life is not easy, and for the fact that my sister hasn't been around, it's not been easy for me. It's not been easy. I should have been kind of cooked yesterday, but I couldn't. I just prepared noodles. And we are fasting, so I'm not sure, but it's fine. Let me just do what I'm supposed to do now. I also remember that I didn't even have any empty container in the house for the effluent, so I had to go downstairs to get a bottle, and this was what I was able to scout. I got this bottle just for my effluent, and after that I had to bring my lime and all of that. By the way, effluent, like I've been saying, is just like wastewater from a plant, from a food production plant or a food production company. Okay, during the course of this video I'll be explaining what that means. So I got my board too, so that if I dissect or I cut the lime, I will have a base that it will be on. Okay, so the first thing I did was washing off this lime. Remember that I'm not going to waste the water because we are looking for the wastewater. So even this water too that I'm using to wash off will be used too. And basically what that means is every particle, like maybe you're producing this lime juice in a company, after the production, the water that is used to wash the equipment, the water that is used to wash the ground, wash off maybe the materials that were used, and that has the debris or particles of that particular product, that's the effluent. Okay, so I was cutting my lime, and remember too that even the back of the lime is also an effluent, so I had to get every particle starting from the back to the inner one, then to the inside, and the water, that's basically what it means. Okay, so I didn't really need to cut off everything because what I just needed was just the waste from it. So I decided to start dissecting it like this, just for me to get what I want. That was actually why I had to bring that board, so that it could hold the water. Remember that lime juice is very much acidic. It has a very high acid level, so I didn't want that to a kind of a stain my table. So this particular lime, I didn't even bother again to kind of try to peel it. I just had to start cutting it like that, so that I could also get the bitter taste that is from the back of the lime. And I was also very much careful of cutting the seeds from it, because that will also be part of it. After I was done, this was the waste water that we used to wash off the lime. I decided to still put everything inside again, both the particles, the seeds. I put it inside, and I had to wash it very well, because I'm gonna be sieving that into that my container. That's what it is. Okay, so after I cleaned the table, I put it inside the water too, and I decided to still keep dissecting it, so that we'll get every single thing that is from the lime, both the back, the taste from the back, or the flavor that is supposed to come from the back, and then that of the inside. This is to make a very good effluent. Okay, so after I was done with that, what I will be doing is I will also be sieving it inside the bottle, but I made sure I dissected the particles or the back of the peel. Okay, so I got my bottle and I added the water inside. Pardon me, because I didn't have any funnel or anything that has a mouth. The thing was falling off. That's the water. The water was actually falling off, but that's it. So with this now, I'll go and conduct an experiment on it for 5 days at a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. So I will conduct an experiment for that 5 days, checking the biological oxygen demand or the biochemical oxygen demand. That's checking the level of the degradation. Okay, to check how long it will stay and the number of degrees, if it was reducing, if it was increasing, so that we'll know exactly how best to dispose of this water. This is the reason for this particular practical and for this particular experiment, because wastewater, imagine when you are cooking, like if you see these people now that are making hair, all this hair salon, by the time they wash off all those their chemicals from the hair, you see them, they'll carry it and pour on the floor, maybe on the road. You see there are particles of the hair relaxers that are there. If because those things are chemicals, if you eventually put that, maybe, or place that or pour that on a land that is supposed to be fertile, a farming land, is going to change will I say, it's just going to change everything about the land. That's why we do this, so that you know the best place, if it's to dispose it of the sea, maybe sewage, or put it inside the floor or inside the ground. That's why we carry out this thing, so that you know the best method of pouring out your wastewater, so that you don't open up a company tomorrow and then your company will not be a nuisance. That's why we do this. So after that, I had to clear off my table, and guys, I had to start, pardon my room, I said that this is the rawest. Since I finished my exam, I've not even had time to put my room together, so I had to start off with my project. This is a copy of my ND project. I'm using it as a guide. So this is my chapter 2 that I'm supposed to start writing. I've already written chapter 2 there, and I had to on my lights for better view. And then this is my chapter 1 2. These are my materials for my project. This was the materials, or these were the material that I used for my chapter 1 and then for my chapter 3. But for the chapter 2, major things are not on this material, so I'm going to be sourcing that from the internet. This is my chapter 1 of the project. And guys, I must also say that this is not funny for me, okay? And then this is my chapter 3 of my project work. The pages are not really much because that's not where the main work is. It's actually in the chapter 2 that the work is. And this was a copy of my proposal defense. This is the file I'm supposed to be filing everything, and this is my long note. This is very much important. As a matter of fact, I had to buy one long note for this, so I decided to bring out some pages that we use for my chapter 2. And guys, the work started. Oh, the work just started. I had to start writing. I had to just start writing. Trust me, the writing is not even the problem. The problem, or the major problem we'll have with the practicals, especially since it has to do with the food. There are some departments that are science based, but they don't do as much work as we do because ours has to do with food and health. Okay, I'm supposed to use my phone for this chapter 2 because the material is majorly chapter 1 and 3. This chapter 2 is literature review. That means every single thing about my product, or every single thing about what I'm supposed to be doing for my projects. Every one of them, the terminologies, the advantages, disadvantages, history, and all of that. That's just what's supposed to be in this chapter 2. So because of that, I'm going to be using this phone. It's time to work. There's no need again for YouTube video. Maybe when we grow up, we'll be filming and using our phone. But for now, anytime we want to film, anytime we want to work, so it's division of labor, one at a time. That's what we are doing now. Okay. Oh my God.
Hi guys, subscribe to Gracious Tales and click on the like button.
Yay!
This is Gracious Tales, right?
Hi.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Baby, say hi.
Let me call her Gracie.